It is a cold one. All right. Oh, all right. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, it's a cold one today. Oh, wow. A little bit of a chilly night. I slept warm. I didn't realize it was that cold, but you can see we have ice forming all along the inside of the Ursa Minor. Wow. In fact, check that out. Those, focus. The bolts are like all frosted over. That's crazy. Wow. Well, anyways, guys, as you can see, it was a little chilly last night. I actually slept super warm. I didn't even have an issue. Now, for many years, I've been winter Jeep camping, I had my rooftop tent, and I've tried a lot of different things. I've gone through the evolution of the buddy heater, the propane buddy heater, and that thing is actually great. It puts off a ton of heat, but you can't just run it indoors all night long or, all day long, whatever. It puts off CO, which is of course dangerous in a confined environment. And then also, it also puts off a lot of moisture. A lot of people don't know that, but water is a byproduct of propane combustion. So it'll also cause a lot of condensation, which can lead to icicles. I've also tried a diesel heater. I still have one at home, but I do consider that to be the most efficient and probably best way to make warm, hot air. But the form and the function and transporting a big diesel heater, set up, and then having to also transport diesel and extra diesel, it's just the form and the function, and, living and traveling in a Jeep just isn't there for me yet. But, I'm sure somebody's working on it. I'm hoping something will come out soon that is, I don't know, just better. Like something that would fit in a jerry can. But anyways, for now, what I've found after all these years is this simple 12-volt heated blanket. You can see it's this nice black and plaid design, which I really like. I got this off of Amazon. I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks. It has this little cable bit right here. I've never even noticed that sleeping on it. It usually goes like right about there. Excuse me. It usually goes right about there, and then you can see it has a simple high, off, low. And what I really like about this blanket is it does not have a timer. And then it plugs right into the 12-volt socket here in my Jeep. Yeah, a lot of people like the ones with the timers because they don't want this to stay on too long and drain their battery. That really isn't a consideration for me, so I don't mind at all. I want this thing to stay on all night long. But that's pretty much what I've been doing, guys. Like 30 minutes before I go to bed, I'll come up here and turn this thing on and lay my brand new Enlightened Equipment sleeping bag across it. This is the second half of my sleep system. This is a 0-degree bag. Enlightened. This is the nicest sleeping bag. Well, actually, it's a sleeping quilt that I've ever owned. Super nice down. They make these things by hand, any colors you want. I had to make me a 0-degree. But anyways, so by the time that I'm ready to go to bed and this thing's been laying here for a while, I have like a nice warm cocoon waiting for me. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And this blanket, I think it's about 5 feet, so I'll put it from my pillow down, and that covers my body, and then my head, I kind of just don't really worry about it. So we got some condensation and some moisture in here. Gonna have to let that dry out. And then the second half of what I'm doing is I've installed this really cool remote start system in the Jeep. So all I have to do is hold down this button for about 12 seconds while I'm up top, and the Jeep, which I leave set to on, so the wind noise will automatically kick on, and by the time I come down here, and it's super toasty, and it's just really nice. And that way I don't have to come down to a freezing cold Jeep from my nice warm sleeping bag. And right now the warm air is just kind of rising up into here, and it's really nice, super toasty. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, that's it. After all these years, this is it. Like a $30-$40 heated Amazon blanket and a sleeping bag. That's all I'm doing, and a remote start kit. That's what's keeping me warm. And if you're wondering, that does use Quite a bit of power to run all night long. It uses about 50 to 60 watts. I mean, maybe max 60. It's more like 45 to 55. So what I've done a while ago is I installed this Battleborn lithium ion 100 amp hour battery, and this thing can easily power that heated blanket all night long, no problem. But usually in the morning when I wake up, it's used about 20 to 25% of the battery power. And then once I get going, it takes me about an hour for my alternator to charge that back up. And as you can see, that's all stored nice and neatly underneath my Goose Gear platform. Yeah. And if you're wondering, just for comparisons, I know a lot of people don't have those. I did borrow a Jackery 1000 from my mom because she has one. I used it for an evening and it consumed about, it consumed about 30% of that battery after sleeping for about 6 hours. So if you have something like a Jackery or another battery bank, you know, you can easily run this for an evening off that, and then of course charge it up during the day. Oh yeah, nice and warm. You guys don't even know, like, it's like 4 degrees outside and it's so toasty down here, or like in between this. All right, guys. Well, this is kind of a short one. Not really much to see here. Just, this is my blanket. This is my, to me is a revolutionary new way of, you know, staying warm at night. I would not recommend running this all night long just off your starter battery. Otherwise, you're going to wake up in the middle of the night cold with the dead battery. Yeah, definitely make sure you have some type of accessory power to, you know, to run this. All right, guys. I hope you, wow, look at that. Anyways, guys, I hope you think this is cool. I hope you like it. Hope you like what I show you. As you can see, it's a pretty simple setup. Really doesn't take much to get this going. I mean, you know, power-wise, I guess it does. But yeah, works really well. And this is what I'll be doing all winter long. If you catch me out on the trail, this is what I'm going to have up top in the Ursa Minor. All right, guys. Well, like I say, I hope you found this video useful. Once again, if you want to pick any of this stuff up, I will leave product links in the video description down below. And otherwise, yeah, you guys take it easy.